Hey guys, I decided to sit outside and do this video, and then y'all can see my special little dead cat that I made. Cotton balls, maybe a gauze pad, and some band and some tape. Y'all know me. I'm cheap. Anyway, what this video is about is thank you, thank you, thank you. You did it again. You did it again. I got notice when I was in Missouri earlier this week. As you know, we moved our son and our grandson home. But we have made another donation to St. Jude's, and it's because of you, all of you. Thank you so much. I think this time you guys got $127 donated. So thank you so much. Now I know I have a little bitty channel. My videos are all over the place, and I've told you since day one I'm not going to do anything fancy, but I decided for any of my new subs, what I've decided to do is I'm donating any revenue that I get off of YouTube to St. Jude's. I will be sending that money today via PayPal to St. Jude's. I just didn't get it done. I think it was like 4 days ago I got the notice, so it's going today, and thank you. Also, I thought, while we're outside and you get to see my cute little mic muff there, or whatever you want to call it, let's go around. I'll do a quick garden tour, and maybe we'll go see how much the chickens have grown, see what's going on there. Okay, this part back here is just about done. This is where I had the broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. I have harvested some of my herbs, and I'm fixing to, when I get off of here, I'm going to harvest more, and I don't know, I'll do a video on what I do, but oregano, sage, a row of basil, and I'm letting my cilantro go to seed. And my broccoli is, I've not gotten enough to can or freeze or dehydrate. Well, I don't can broccoli, but to freeze or dehydrate. I get just enough, a little along the way, that we're able to have enough for a meal. So I've had several meals with broccoli. And let's go down here. When we were gone, one of our trips when we were gone, one of the dogs jumped up in here, had a heyday. There's some of my sorry looking dill, because if I can find them, I'll go over and show you. The swallowtail are back, and they're just eating it off faster than it comes back. There's my lonely little cabbage head. And today's actually a beautiful day, but it's been hot, 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 hot. These are my carrots. I'm going to try to let my carrots go, but the swallowtail are just stripping them. And let me find them. There's a big one over there, I know. Quite a few eggs on it. Oh, there's two swallowtail. They're pretty, aren't they? Hey, I hope my homemade dead cat, whatever you want to call it, is blocking the wind. But there's my carrots. And my watermelon took off. When we get in the middle, I'll show you. And then something's having a heyday on my sweet potato vines, but they're starting to take off. We'll see. My plan is sweet potatoes on the bottom, watermelons on the top. We'll see. Here's my okra. You know, y'all know, anybody that grows okra knows how this works. You can go from literally half the size of your pinky to 6 or 7 inches long overnight. And once it gets to be too big, it's no good. It gets hard. Last night for supper, we did have some fried okra. I love fried okra. Steamed carrots and broccoli, and tomatoes, some cherry tomatoes, and then sausage patties from what I had canned. Here's my cantaloupe. It is going absolutely crazy. buried in the cantaloupe. I've got a row of carrots there. Somewhere in the middle of the cantaloupe, there is another row of carrots, and down on the end, and they're being stripped too. I'm not sure by what. The cantaloupe, let me see if I can find one. They're just everywhere. Every time I come out here, I see another one. But there's one. I don't know if you can see it in there. He's kind of hidden in there. I think there's at least 20, probably more. I don't know. Oh, I just saw that one. They're everywhere. I've never been able to grow cantaloupe, so let's just hope that something doesn't get to them. These are the tomatoes. Again, tomato bed. And the white stuff that you see on the tomatoes, I came out with diatomaceous earth. The tomatoes, I got planted really late. I'm panicking. The old farmer says, Barb, you do this every single year. You panic, and then come September, October, you can't keep up with them. But they are loaded, absolutely loaded. And the more I walk around and look, the more I see. My pepper plants, I saw that they were starting to set on some little peppers, and I think I've said before, I don't care if I get any or not. It's okay. But these are the 2 bell, and that's the 1 jalapeno. More tomatoes. Oh, looky there. Well, looky. These tomatoes. I've got cherry tomatoes in there. A whole bunch of them. Sorry, guys. I didn't see those yesterday. Now, I'm going to try to show you something. Okay, we have literally been I've never seen this many blister beetles. And I'm going to try to zoom in on and find you some. But the ground moves. Yeah, don't know who that was, but somebody just went by honking their horn. I think it's somebody hauling hay. All right, he went down. You see that little bugger? Guys, I'm not kidding you. There are thousands and thousands. We stood out here the other night and the ground was moving with them. So the thing with blister beetles, those of you that don't know, they don't bite. But if you smash them on you, they have a toxin and will cause a blister. And if that blister breaks, it just spreads really quickly. So right now, they're munching on my tomatoes. These 2 beds, basically on the south side, are all tomatoes. You all know that. Diatomaceous earth. I don't know if you can see all the tomatoes in there. I'm praying. I want to put up at least 100 quarts. So I pray that they do good. This bed down here is where my green beans were, and we ended up, I thought they were elm bugs, but instead they were spotted cucumber beetles. Thousands and thousands, tens of thousands. You would pick a cucumber and swarms would come. As you can see, the vines are starting to dry down a little bit, so I plan to pull them. And I did harvest this morning, but there's a lot of them still in here. So in a couple of days, I'll be back out. I'm going to go down the middle. I love what we did this year with the pallets and the black plastic. It has saved a lot for both of us. There's my fail. Now, what's so big in there is a pumpkin that I planted. If it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, oh well. Now, check this out. This was exciting to me. I've never been able to grow watermelon either. That little guy, and, well, let's go over there and see if I can see it. Show it to you. Look at him. I am just amazed. They were probably about 3 or 4 inches long. I don't know, less than a week ago, and every day I come out, they're getting bigger and bigger. So I'm pretty excited about that. And my sweet potato vines are starting to take off. Back over here to cucumbers. Like I said, once I get the last bed harvested, and these are just loaded. if I was in the mood to make gherkins, I'd be in great shape to do that. But I don't want to make gherkins. I still have some. A lot of these. But I've already made all the dill I want to make. I do have a friend whose garden didn't do well, and I'm very blessed. She asked me if she could buy cucumbers, and I said, no, you can't buy cucumbers. I don't sell. I share. And here's the cucumbers. Cantaloupe. Now, like I said, I've never grown them, but I did read, or been able to, I did read that you don't want to pick your cantaloupe until the vines dry down. So that's what I'm going to do. But there's some in there. There's one you can see, but if you go in there and dig around, they're just loaded with cantaloupe. So I'm kind of excited what I might do with them. I'm thinking cantaloupe chips, and we'll see what else. Here's all my little helpers. What is that popping? Better not be a snake. Fine, we're clear out here. We're going to do a chicken update. So what we have done is what I used to call my grow out pens are so overrun with weeds and grasshoppers that we just kind of rigged a little run, and it keeps the dogs out, keeps the chickens in, and what they're running from right now is I've been out so many times today with cucumbers, and see, they're all expecting me to throw them cucumbers. I'm not real sure when they're going to start laying. Usually layers are going to start at about the age of 6 to 7 months. And little pullets, they're called pullets at this age. And so I'm thinking I got another month or two before they start laying. And I've got 20 hens and my one lowly little rooster who hasn't been crowing. I'm disappointed in him. Might have to call my friend here in town and see if he'll give me a noisy rooster. I love roosters. So there you go. There's a chicken update. Look at them all. They're all wanting a treat. I didn't think they'd want any more. I figured they'd be plumb full. All right, let's go to the back. Okay, guys. So this is the back. The pumpkins are droopy. It's late day. I'm going to water them. They'll pop right back. And chances are I'm not going to get any pumpkins out of it, but that's okay. It's been fun. I pulled the broccoli and whatever else was back here. I got a few little tiny bits of broccoli, but I've got this one cabbage that's growing. It's looking so good. I'm just going to let it keep chugging along. These are the plants that did start out up on my deck, and they just got too hot. So this is a cherry tomato plant. We've been eating on it. Look at that. Right there's a dadgum blister beetle. They say the best thing you can do is hand pick them. Make sure you wear gloves. This is a cherry tomato that I planted very, very, very late, and it was only like 2 inches tall. This is just something out here, I guess, that I'm just going to let it keep drinking water. And that's my lowly little cauliflower. And the soil's very wet. So I'm probably going to go ahead and cut it, and we'll probably be eating it within the next day or two. And it looks like the blister beetles have now come up here. So I may take that little bitty tiny cabbage head and see what I can do with it. It may not be any good, or I may just make a little tiny patch of sauerkraut. We'll see. All right, guys. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. St. Jude's is getting another donation because of all of you. Thanks for being here with me, guys. Bye-bye.